Welcome to the live reveal.
You guys.
Oh my God. Sorry, I just think if I have, do I have anything with me?
No, but you should have showed everyone your tonsils.
Oh, well, I
How
still
about
have
that?
them.
You guys, this is such an incredible moment for us. We are so excited to be here. We're so excited for you guys to be here with us. This is something that has been a hot minute in the making.
Yes. And we're just like, we're super excited. Thank you all for joining us. So many of you are already jumping on.
Hi.
Hi. Today is the big day. Today is the big reveal that we have something that we have been teasing for a long time, just to give you a little bit of a back story, right? So, and then we'll give you a bigger backstory after the reveal. But a little bit of a backstory. All of you guys know that Adrian and I, it's been our mission for the past 10 years to make every cat live the longest, happiest, and healthiest life. We focus on wellness, right? On health and wellness for our kitties. But years ago, like the more and more we've learned about cats along the way, the more and more we've learned how important it is their happiness, right? And their behavior tells us so many things about their happiness. And we, as many of you know who are following us, you have watched us. We are very open and transparent about what's going on with our cats. Sometimes maybe too open, but I don't think so. I don't think the truth has a level. I think as honest can get is always the safest bet. So we tell you guys, when our cats are like acting up, when they're fighting, when they're peeing, when they're, it's been a catastrophe. And we have let a situation go for literally about 2 years in our home with our cats, thinking, hopefully this is just a season. Hopefully they'll just stop peeing on things. Hopefully they'll eventually get along better. So many different things that we have been through and we've told you guys about. And we have basically done nothing, to be honest with you.
Except a lot of cleaning.
We've done practically nothing. So we finally decided that we need help. And so we need professional help. So we reached out, we're taking you guys through that journey. We're still on that journey, but we're so excited because for so many years now, you guys have reached out to us. And you guys have these issues with your cats and their behavioral issues. And I can't tell you how many times per day I get the long story of what is happening. And the end is, I don't want to have to rehome my cat. I hope I don't have to rehome. I'm about ready to rehome my cat. I'm about ready to drop them off at the shelter. All this, and we get it.
Oh my God. And you know what's crazy is that I think that part of our denial that we were dealing with something that was just bigger, way bigger than what we were qualified to deal with ourselves is the fact that we've had cats for more than 20 years and we have never, ever had these issues. We've never had inner cat aggression issues, not like this. Pooh Bear. Other than Pooh Bear, but that was literally dealing with this scared cat that we worked through.
But not on this level.
Not cats peeing everywhere. We have never had to deal with that. So we know our cats are our best teachers and we know that we are learning so much right now. And we can't keep it all to ourselves.
Yeah, we never can. You guys know our motto, it will always be learn, share, and grow. So everything that we learn about how to help our cats or how to help somebody else's cat, then we are going to share that information with you guys because honestly, there's just not enough resources out there for cats, right? There's a lot in the dog world. Here in the cat world, there's just not a lot of people speaking out in this way. And so when we find an awesome resource, we want to share it with you guys. And we have found an awesome resource. And we are very excited to introduce to you. You got the champagne?
Oh,
get
the champagne. Ready.
Look at that. That was cute. It says rock, paper, scissors with a little pause. Of course.
Yeah.
Guys. Okay.
This is a champagne popping kind of moment.
So
Are you ready?
It's really hard. Why are you facing towards me? That's not how you pop champagne. Oh, all right. So everyone, please give a round of applause and a warm welcome to none other than the Cat Behaviorist. Welcome, Linda.
Finally.
Waiting backstage, sweating bullets. You guys, Linda is the brain and the passion and the direction behind the progress that I'm going to get emotional. Wow.
Uh-oh. We haven't
the
even
progress
poured
that
the
we're
wine.
I
seeing.
was trying not to, so yeah.
Oh
my
gosh, I forget I'm with a bunch of criers here.
Don't do it. Yes, you
Listen,
are.
I keep my cool, guys.
Don't
I-
do it, Adrian. I'll do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Okay, you are the one behind the progress that we're seeing, and I feel like, and so many people know how this feels. We've been doing like little problem progress reports, and there's so much empathy in the comments, you guys, which I just want to say thank you for, because you know, when you tell people that you have cats peeing all over your house, you feel like it might bring some of the trolls out.
Well, and
It hasn't.
especially when we're like the two crazy cat ladies, and everybody probably has this picture, or we think that everybody has this picture that we have the most perfect cats, and they are the healthiest, and the you know, they have all the stuff and things, so they're also the happiest, and it's like, no, we
Actually, we
are
have some
just like
issues.
you guys. Like, we have the same types of issues as every cat parent might have at some point. Hopefully not every cat parent, but a lot of cat parents have at some point in their journey as cat parents, right?
Yeah.
I interrupted you.
I'm just saying that this has been so significant for me specifically, because I do most of the cleaning.
Hey,
to
you banned
see-
me from it
to
early
see,
on.
like, she acts like she doesn't know how to clean up cat pee because she knows that that's what it is.
Keep up the act, Jay. Keep it up.
Oh,
Keep it up.
it's
I
very
know nothing.
strange.
My point is, though, like Jay said at the top, this is an issue that we've been dealing with for about 2 years. And we've watched it like be, oh, I think it's getting a little better, and then be like progressively worse. And so recognizing that this is just way out of our wheelhouse, and we really do need professional, passionate, informed professional help.
Yes. So we reached out to Linda, and Linda actually had reached out to us too. So we were like both thinking of each other at the exact same
universe.
time, the way the universe works. And it's all been like kismet since, like, all the universe is giving us all the signs that this is what
Yeah.
we are to do. And we follow the signs, right? We say yes.
For yes girls.
So we're yes girls. So we decided, the three of us decided that we would start a partnership and have Linda as our official cat behaviorist. She is the cat behaviorist at thecatbehaviorist.com.
I love that our cats are
upstairs.
trying to break stuff upstairs. They're like, yeah, it's going well.
They're partying. They're very happy about this. They're excited.
Clearly. But we are so excited that we are blessed to know Linda and have known Linda for a few years now. And the universe just always puts us all in the right spots at the right time. And it just so happens that this was the right spot and the right time for us to be able to finally work together and offer all of you guys the beautiful solutions that she presents to cat parents with their cats that have behavioral issues. So thank you so much, Linda.
Linda, okay, let's toss it over to you to tell everybody
Yes.
a little bit about your background, your passion, why you're so
Yes.
good
I
at this.
have to, oh, sweetie, I have to start with saying I'm so glad you said we've had cats all these years and we've never had this problem, because you don't know how many people come to me. I mean, I'm some 83-year-old woman going, I've had cats for 70 years, but I've never had this cat. And when you get that cat, you're like, okay, this cat can't live here anymore. And these cats get rehomed. And our shelters are overflowing. I haven't done the numbers recently, but if you take the amount of cats that are rescued or sent to shelters, and that doesn't even include private rescues over the year, and the percentage that is behavioral, it's literally hundreds of thousands of cats being surrendered for behavior problems. If every one of those people reached out to behaviorists and we tackled this together, our shelters would not be in so much trouble. Our rescues would not be turning cats down because they're at capacity. And these cats would get to stay, and the people would get to stay, and they wouldn't have the guilt for the rest of their lives of whatever happened to Fluffy. You know, did Fluffy make it out? And behavioral problem cats don't make it out of shelters that aren't no-kill. They just don't. Nobody wants to feed cat.
Yeah,
No.
nobody wants to mean cat, especially Jack right now.
Oh my God.
Is he going after Zorro?
Yeah.
What? Dude, he's your best friend.
Use-
What are you
Use your
doing?
words. Use your words. Use your words. Use your words.
He's about to go in timeout. I think that's so apropos.
Use your words.
That's
Yes.
an
Well, that's, and you guys have, I mean, 5 cats. First of all, the more cats you get, the more, you know, the more trouble you find. You know, it's just, I saw somebody just posted something about never had 4 cats before, and they've entered this 4th cat. And I'm like, yeah, it might have been your tipping point. But yeah, you see more problems with more cats. And Annie and her trauma, poor Annie, she, my heart, I love her so much. I
Thank
love her so much. She has been through hell. And it's like a vet from the war that's freaking out 20 years later when something drops, right? You just can't let this go. And I said to you, somebody tossed her out of their car. How does she know you're not going to do that?
Yeah.
Right.
You can't expect these cats with pasts to come in and just be okay.
Yeah.
And so many things. Yours is a more complicated situation. It's taken a minute because we've got a lot of areas to look at. The cat's outside, Annie's trauma, total of 5, feeding off each other, the chasing. It's a lot, but
Yeah.
you're doing the work, and I'm so proud of you. And a lot of these problems we can fix in a couple of weeks or something. And I'm so proud of you for sharing it, because people think they're the only one, because
Yeah.
nobody goes on social media and says, oh, my cats are peeing everywhere. It's all
Yeah.
over that. Nobody admits to that.
Yeah.
Ever.
No.
And if you do, 20 of your dearest friends and 20 people you don't know are going to tell you to give that cat up to the shelter.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
They
For
don't
sure.
do
That has obviously been suggested.
And the cool thing is, so I have so many things that just ran through my head that I want to say out. So hopefully I can remember them all. But one thing is Annie specifically. I know when we started this process with you, you were focused on Annie. You were like, let's focus on Annie first, right? Let's go here. She is the most remarkable. Like we have seen such a remarkable difference in Annie specifically that it's like, it's
watching her just like
bloom. It's like we're watching her bloom. Like she's coming downstairs now. She is like jumping up on like she's hanging out during the day, which she used to only do when Friday was asleep at night, like, or out on the catio. Then she would come down at night. But now she's coming down throughout the day. She's she's just so much
she's taking like ownership in her environment.
And her specific,
because you made her feel safe. You did that. I gave you the plan. You did it.
Yeah, Linda, thank you for that. But for 2 years, we thought we were making this girl feel safe.
Yeah. For
2 years, we were doing everything that we could think of. It really is. Hold on, Daddy's about to jump in my lap. Come here, baby.
Hey, honey.
You got it. Ready?
Come on, Maddie. You can do it.
There's my girl. For 2 years, we really did our best. We knew that it couldn't have been some Disneyland fairy tale that put her on the side of the road. And when we realized that she really did not know that peeing outside the litter box was something we humans don't appreciate, like she would look you in the eye while she's peeing on my planner or on Jay's face. That's the best one.
Yeah.
And now we know why she was on the side of the road.
Yeah.
But we did for 2 years, we really did try. We used all the tools in our toolkit, and it was really your direction and really kind of measured approach. I love that it wasn't overwhelming to us at first. It's a very individualized direction.
Yes. And I really love that the first thing that was the second thing I wanted to say is I really love that the first time we met about this specific issue. And we had already told you, we've been going through this for like 2 years now. It's been going on and we've done a lot of different things and apparently nothing's working. You had said, and this is what I love, you said, forget everything that you have done. Don't do the whole, oh, I've already tried that. Today is day one. Today we are going to resolve this issue. Today is day one to begin the process of resolving this issue. And that was like everything to us. Like that was like, it was like, okay, energy. So I'm not gonna be like, oh, well, we already tried that. No, that doesn't work. Oh, we already tried that. That doesn't. I bet you get that. Like a lot.
Yes. I know I tried that. Okay. But you didn't try that with this, right? Sometimes it's layering. I always say, if I have a little tinge of a headache, a Tylenol might help me. If I have a migraine, maybe 2 plus a couple of Aleve. If I've just had surgery, you know what you can do with your Tylenol? I want something a little stronger with the Tylenol.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You've got to. Sometimes it's layering because there's Tylenol and those narcotics, right? So it's a layering thing. Sometimes you need a little extra. Or, maybe this thing was helping, but you didn't really notice it because it was just slightly taking the edge off and you still had all this going on that you needed to tackle.
Yeah.
And, you guys have so many directions. The outside cats, calming and making Annie feel more comfortable, the occasional fighting, the communication. There was a lot going on at once. So yeah.
And it's not something that, and it's not something that can be like for our specific issue. It's not something that can be resolved overnight or in 2 weeks, right? Like for our specific issue, I think of it like this. If I spent 2 years not paying attention to my diet, not caring, eating McDonald's every day, being like not exercising, gaining a bunch of weight, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I need to do something about this. I can't expect for it to be better in a week.
Just eat a salad and be like, well, that didn't work.
In a month. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes. Oh, all better now. I had a whole full day of being on my plan. Absolutely. And you've been doing this for 2 years. It's not going to resolve in 2 years. And, if Annie was an only cat, we probably could have tackled this sooner. But there's others then feeding into it, right? When somebody else fire, you don't wait to smell smoke, you run. And so everybody feeds into it, and everybody's anxiety and everybody's feelings.
Yeah. So let's back up just a little bit, because anybody that is here and has not yet met you, we would love for you to do an introduction and tell everybody who you are and how you're changing.
Why you're so good at it.
Oh, thank you. You know what? I'm good at this because I have passion for it, because it flipped me out. Honestly, I couldn't be like this for just anything, right? I was raised with dogs, and dogs are so obvious. God bless them. Love them. Had dogs in and out of my life, all growing up and a few times here and there. That, they wag their tails and they're happy when they see you and they run after you. And if the dog is not at your feet, you call the dog and the dog will be at your feet. And if the dog whines, the dog hurts. If the dog barks at the back door, the dog wants to go out. It's easy peasy. And then I got cats, and I was like, what is this alien here? This alien is not telling me, are they happy? Are they upset? Why are they doing these things? And it was a friend of mine that first told me about the slow blink. And it was like, wait, what? Cats are communicating. They're communicating with their tails. They're communicating with their eyes. They're communicating with their behaviors. They're communicating by peeing outside of the box. And it was like, I want to know more. I want to know more. I want to know more. I was like this kid that was denied schooling and wanted to go get my education or something. And the more I learned, the more excited I got. And the more I wanted to help other people to solve these problems. Because when somebody is in total hell, and one of my first clients when I started, her name was Ray, and she's given permission to share her story, but she had 2 cats that got along, females. Females to females are always the hardest. And she saved this other female's life. And she thought, I'm going to give them a new friend and I'm going to save her life. And no, all heck broke loose. And her 2 cats had some misdirected aggression. So now she's got 3 cats who are trying to kill each other. And she is sobbing. And I don't guarantee times, and I was actually shocked at how quickly this resolved itself. But in 2 weeks, she sent me a picture of the 3 cats in various locations laying peacefully in her living room. And I sobbed. And I felt like, like I just discovered the cure to cancer or something, like, yes. She was like, I can't get rid of my cats. If I take this cat back, the cat was about to be euthanized. Cats, no way out. And way out. We got it.
It cannot be underemphasized. We spent the majority of our time dealing with, like Jay said, more health and wellness stuff. One of our cats is sick. It's like everything is jacked in the house. When one of us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This new adventure that we're on with our girls not getting along, Jack, oh my God, I think this is a good example of wound up energy, because we've been planning and working towards this for so long, and not to mention all the stuff, but like today has been an extra exciting day, and I feel like he just popped off like the champagne just now.
Absolutely.
But it cannot be underemphasized just how, when you are dealing with a cat peeing in your house or cats fighting, oh my God, cats fighting is one of the scariest things ever. It's
the worst sound. You guys know that.
Everything is messed up.
Blood curdling, blood pressure raising, freak out. Oh, I hate that sound.
Almost like we're still working on this. I'm still working on, I've done pretty well at, like, when you hear that first little whatever, not yelling and running and whatever, just going to kind of assess the situation. Man, like when you catch them about to pee somewhere, I still do the whoa,
Yeah, it's hard to stop, especially when they're about to pee on
like
something that's like
kind of thing. I don't know.
Your food.
Yeah.
Like then you're like, whoa. That's my lunch.
Right? And then you see they have no idea that what they're doing is something wrong, and they just freak out and run from you.
Yeah.
It's like learning to understand them. I get why you sobbed when that situation happened. when you see the progress, little baby steps, I don't care how small the progress is, it makes you feel like you can take a deep breath, and it makes you feel like there is hope. It makes you feel like it is an extraordinary feeling.
Yeah,
Yes.
I get invested and I want this to work. And I know that these people are in this horrible position. And I've had people with cats separated. I had a couple that were sleeping in separate bedrooms for 9 months so that the cats didn't have to be alone. One slept with one slept. And I adore that. And my heart I was like, oh my gosh, I love you so much. But yeah, we need to get back in bed. This is not good for your relationship. They're back in bed. So yeah, I feel like, people or they're switching cats out. I have people switching cats out every 6 hours. Like, you stay in this room for 6 hours and then he's going to go in this room and you're going to go here. And they're trying to split up their time and they don't feel like they're spending enough time with either of them. Right. And no matter what, somebody's isolated, and the guilt, it's horrible. People, you don't know how many people cry when we talk. And then I start crying. And their lives have been turned upside down, and they love these babies and they don't want to give them up, and they don't have to.
Yeah.
That is what makes you so invaluable, because we've been, like Jay said, we've had cats for more than 20 years, closer to 30 years, to be honest. And we really have focused on the wellness. But we, in all of the research and all of everything that we have tried to accumulate as our knowledge base, when you're dealing with individual cats, individual personalities, individual situations, oh my God, you need help.
Yeah. And we have
definitely-
so many people that reach out to us, which is why we're so grateful for this collaboration and for this partnership, is because we have people reach out to us literally every single day, multiple times a day, asking about what to do about their cats doing this, that, or the other, right? And we have, over the years, getting those questions over and over and over again, we have come up with like certain tips that might be able to help in situations. And like Adrian said, we've pulled out all the tips that we have, specifically. Sometimes sometimes it works like a charm, right? Like sometimes it's absolutely beautiful when people say, why is my cat pooping outside of the box? I don't know what to do. I'll be like, how many boxes does he have? Like, they have one cat. How many boxes does he have? Only one. Okay, try another box and let me know how that works. A lot of times it's like, thank you so much. That worked, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Great. But
this,
then there are cases like ours, and so many cases that, and UPF guys, oh my gosh, go follow the Cat Behaviorist on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. Like, she is giving free tips all day long, every day. And here's what I love so much about someone who's going through your program, if you will, right? Like you are guiding us through your consultation services. What I really love is being able to go back and watch you, like see you on my feeds and see what you're saying. And it'll trigger something that's like, oh yeah, that's right. I can't forget that, you know, like those things are really, really helpful. But individual, like every cat is an individual. And whether it comes to health, wellness, or behavior, there's a lot of general guidelines that are great. But when it comes to specific issues, you need someone to help you with your cat's specific issue. And
absolutely. The other cats, their past. I'm always asking, do you know anything about this cat before you picked up this cat? How old was this cat when you got this cat? Was this cat with this one? Was this cat born of a feral? Y'all, here's a cool thing Yvette clued me in on, and I always suspected it. And I got somebody to confirm it. Feral cats pass on their concerns and fears through the placenta. So you could have a baby that has never been outside and will be just a little extra, which don't be afraid of that. We can work through that. But it's understanding, as much as it's understanding a human being you meet, their past, what they've been through, where their focus is, what their personality is like. And then you have to bend to that to make it work and take that into consideration.
Yep.
I
1,000% believe that.
I 1,000% believe that. I mean, we were just on a live with Pam Russell and Dr. Katie Kangas and Dr. Amaya Condola, and talking about just, when what all comes through the placenta for all these antibodies. I'm just saying, I absolutely believe that is true.
Yep.
Right. Yep. It's not just about what kind of socialization you put it.
It's not just
so many different personalities. I mean, even Jack and Madison, when they came to us, they were probably 6 weeks. They were little. They both were sick. They had like Cleese virus, whatever. But Jack was the scaredest cat. in the world. I mean, he was terrified of his own tail, you know, and Madison was this like, got you, bro.
Yeah.
Got you, bro.
He would hide behind her.
Yeah,
And
he
she
would
would
hide.
be like,
And
"It's
then,
okay."
and now we've got our Jack. Jack is the most exuberant, crazy.
And
boy.
she's the more
she's
timid
like,
one.
I don't know about this. What's going on?"
Unless it's a big situation, like a big scary, like they're fixing the roof, or like something like big scary is happening, and then she goes to him and comforts
he
him,
goes to her.
and yeah, it's so cute.
There's still
They've
something.
got their roles. You guys spent a long, long time ago. I don't remember how long ago that was. You came back from CatCon, I think about 2 years ago now. And Adrian was taking a video because the cats are being so cute. There were 4 cats in the suitcase. Yeah, they weren't being cute. There's a 14-second video y'all sent me, and I slowed it down frame by frame. I love it when people send me videos.
Yes.
And it was so sweet because your darling Oliver Twist, rest in peace, baby doll. He's such a dad. I was like, he's the dad of the family, huh? Yeah. Jack is like,
Yes.
and he kept taking his paw, like, it's okay, baby. Settle down, settle down. It was the coolest 14 seconds of my life. And I went 14 seconds just from this cat's perspective, 14 seconds from just this cat's perspective. And then, then Jack lost it and kind of went pew, like a Jack in the Box out of the box. And everybody went, wow.
Yep.
Yep.
But a really great point too in our consultation with you, and I love that you take such effort to really, and Nicole does your pre-consultations, which I think is so helpful because we can just really share so much information.
Nicole, by the way, is like mini Linda.
Oh my God, she's fabulous. Nicole does a great.
So she was raised with me. She's kind of been through this transition with me and the knowledge, and is also living with 11 cats at this moment. So yeah,
she gets it. But one thing that I loved that you said during our consultation was, you know, it's like we weren't dealing with any of this stuff until Annie came, really. But it also happened to be 2 weeks after we lost our Oliver Twist.
Yeah.
And Oliver Twist was
the
truly the patriarch of our Clouder. And I think, especially for Friday, she lost her rock. I have so many pictures and videos of Friday, who snuggles with no one now, except for us occasionally. You could not tell where Friday ended and Twist began. She just always, so to be able to help us remember, not just that, you know, Annie came to us while all of us were grieving. And it was an extraordinary, very purposeful, obviously she was meant to be ours, and she's already one of our best teachers.
Twist sent her to you. I believe that with all my heart.
Yes, but it helps to have you translate. You really helped us kind of reevaluate. I love that, you know, like Jay said at the beginning, forget everything that you've tried or done before. This is day one. And you really gave us so many specific tools for our individual cats. And we are seeing, I'm still going to keep everyone posted on our progress, because I want people to know that baby steps need to be celebrated, that when you see progress, feel the joy in that.
Yeah. And let your cats know.
Right. And there will be setbacks.
Yeah.
You know, we had the roof put on, we had Jay traveling. I thought I was about to have a nervous breakdown.
Oh my God.
You know,
my first night and the first morning in San Diego, when I went with my sisters, I FaceTimed Adrian, and I was like, hey, how you doing? And she was like on the verge of tears and like bringing the phone away from her. She's like, I'll call you back. And I was like, oh shit, did I do something wrong? Like, oh my God, what did I do? Of course, you know, I'm just like internalizing it. And I'm like, what is going on? She's just like they've just sprayed the whole house. I can't talk right now.
Have reached out to me at that moment, girl. And that's another thing that I do. Okay. And I don't know, maybe there are other behaviorists out here that do this, but most of the behaviorists that I've checked out are like, you can have up to 6 emails, or you can email for 6 months or whatever. And I'm not putting that down, but first of all, I don't have time to pay attention to how many emails you just sent me. I ain't counting those emails. I ain't checking things off. Oh, Jane Adrian are up. Sorry, baby. And next, if you reach out to me, and I've had people reach out a year later and go, listen, we're moving. What do you think? And if it's something I can answer in 5 minutes in an email, I'm sorry, honey, you're out of time and out of email.
Yeah.
I'm going to help you and your cat.
This is really good. So let's talk a little bit about what you offer. What you offer, just so you know, it's thecatbehaviorist.com if you haven't heard that yet. Linda is offering an amazing service. We worked together to build her website at thecatbehaviorist.com. Can you believe that was available in 2025? The Cat Behaviorist.
Behaviorist.com.
But we built this beautiful website with the services that she's offering. And today, through the end of June, she's offering you guys, those of you guys watching, 40% off. That's 40% off for the rest of June. Because she knows and we know that it is so important for you guys to get help that that price is often what keeps everybody from pushing it, like asking for help.
I
right?
have to say, we haven't had a chance to really catch up on comments yet. I promise that we will, but or try to. But I saw someone say not a lot of people can afford a behaviorist. I want to say that is one of the most significant, beautiful things about this is just that this is going to be affordable. This is going to be less than a dinner out. This is something that is going to change your mental health, your cat's happiness. This is something that I think, I've said it for so long, and I can't believe that it took us this long to really seek your help. But I've said so often that feline behaviorists are one of the most underutilized resources for us cat people. And just the hope and the progress and the changes that I'm seeing, I just feel like, oh my God, in a way, I feel like everybody you should just have a behaviorist. You should just do this. Like
you have a GP, right? You have your general physician that you go to, your regular medical provider. Yeah, you should have a behaviorist. Just on standby, if nothing else. And I do give a lot, like I'm blogging. I've got 4 blogs up on the site. I do tips every day. Follow my social media. I'm at the Cat Behaviorist on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. Instagram, it was taken, so I'm the _behaviorist. But I try to give all of the tips that I can. It's just when we really need to personalize something. And so, and Nicole, like we said, I'm a pre-con advisor, and that was a Jay and Adrian idea years ago to do that. And it's the best because people often I don't know if you can help me, or I don't know what package I should choose. And she gets all the information. She'll ask you a lot of questions. She kind of knows the spiel by now. And that gives me, I come into your 1-hour session armed and ready to go with a detailed plan laid out. Then I may tweak and I may add a few things depending on what you say. But I've already got the basics of the information because she's gotten it for me.
It's powerful. It is powerful.
That consultation is life. It's everything, because it does, I think it really takes the edge off of cat parents that are like, I'm not quite sure. When you go and you're like, oh well, it was recommended by this person, or they have that many stars on Google or whatever, but still paying for that $200 or sometimes $500 consultation without being able to talk to somebody first and say can you really help me? Or is there have you ever dealt with anything like this? Because a lot of people don't think that they think they're the only ones dealing with anything like that.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so Nicole will give a personal story and they'll be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because there's so many, right?
Right.
A lot of cats. I've had as many as 13 cats and a small dog in the house. And that dog was very confused. She really didn't understand. He's fun. My favorite is people these cats cannot be integrated. And Nicole, God bless her, tells the most horrid story of her lifetime. She moved out when she was 19. When she was 32, we lost her husband to COVID, August 20th, 2020. And she said, Mom, I got to come home. I can't afford the bills without Sebastian. So all of a sudden we are integrating 7 cats and a dog with her 4 cats all at once while we're all grieving. And as you pointed out, our emotions carry on to the cats, and her cats have no idea where Dad just went. And it was probably the worst case scenario I could have come up with, but they're all living in harmony today. They don't all love each other and they have their moments, but nobody's trying to kill each other. So we're okay. So, and when people hear that, they're like, oh, well, then you can do my 2 and 1 or whatever. You can do 7 and 4.
I mean, there's something to be said about, someone that does go out and get certified as a feline behaviorist. Fantastic. To live it the way that you have, and to really to understand the effort. I think that's the other thing that I find so assuring or so helpful is the way that you give direction. And I get that it's individualized, not just for our clients, but also for the people that you work with. But make it something that is doable. It's not it's digestible. It's not here are 15 things. I just like, it's almost, it's kind of surreal because I've read so many books. I have a lot of, like, Pam Bennett Johnson's book, Cat versus Cat, incredible. That book, every cat parent should have that book.
Yeah.
If you're dealing with this, please do get that book. It is
Even if you're not-
invaluable. But it's information. It's not individualized evaluation, and that makes the biggest difference to me personally. You know, as we are implementing these things, and we printed out our action plan of reminders that we need to be doing, the things that we need to be consistent about, the ways that we need to be addressing our individual cats and the specific things that they do, making it something that is part of our everyday, you know, reminding each other, supporting each other. It's the way that you can evaluate a situation and then give instruction in a doable way is
it's
everything.
Thank you. I think it's partially, I've always been a people watcher, but I think partially too, when you become a cat behaviorist, like you have to watch all these little subtle cues, right? So I think we kind of passed it on to people. So I can usually tell if I need to take a different tact or go for a different way. Sometimes people need things repeated 20 times. Sometimes they're just so in their head that they need you to hold their hand and walk them through. Sometimes they need a little extra, and I'm here to solve the problem. Whatever it is you need, if you need me to stand up, okay, I don't think I can stand on my head, but whatever you need me to do that I am capable of doing, I will do to get you there, because I want you and your cats living in harmony forever.
Yes.
And that's
what I also love about that unlimited email consultation. So
that's invaluable.
Yeah. So like when you guys have an issue and you reach out to Linda and she puts you through the program or whatnot, then it's not just like you get 1 hour and that's it. Right? Like you get,
we get quite a few follow-ups.
She follows up with a plan. She follows up with whatever. And then you can email her at info@thecatbehaviorist.com. That's info@thecatbehaviorist.com.
I love it. Cindy is dropping the link right here too. So I know a bunch of you are probably already going to check out to see what she offers. Check out the website. I'm so grateful. 40% off, I think, is going to be an incredible gift to so many people that are like, I wish I could. This makes it doable. And it's just
and I want to say this coupon code only goes till the end of June, right? So at midnight, 12:01 on July 1st, that this coupon code will expire. So if you're going to do your free consultation first, do that now. Like book that in June so that you can get that 15-minute free consultation first, and then you can look at your schedule.
Yeah. And if I'm booked up and you can't get it until July 2nd, if you booked it and paid for it by June 30th, you're still getting the 40% off. I'm sorry, I've been watching all these comments, but Nikita said, I actually just sent a DM on Instagram before this started asking if she offers private help. Kismet.
Kismet.
See?
What?
See?
I get goosebumps everywhere.
Oh, God.
I love that. So the answer is yes.
Yes. And I've got the 60-minute. I do have a 90-minute. That is really for more complex things. And I'd like you to talk to Nikki first, because sometimes things seem more complex than they are. Sometimes I get them and I'm like, I'm not going to fill up 90 minutes of this. But I also have a video option for people that just can't afford it. I don't love it as much, but you talk to Nikki, we get all the information, and I will make you a personalized video coming from what we've learned. So that is out there too. It still helps to have you face to face so you can fill me in on little things. But if you do the pre-con with Nikki first, which is the only way to get the video, then I've got all of the information and I'm better able to tackle it. So
So she offers many different options for and all of them, I mean, minus the free consultation, because you can't take 40% off of free, but all of the paid consultations are 40% off through the month of June. Bless you so much for offering that to our community, because it's just like
we see the need. We feel the need.
We see it, we feel it every single day. And we are so blessed. We feel so grateful to be able to partner with you and introduce you as the cat behaviorist.
Our official cat behaviorist.
Yeah, our official cat behaviorist. Like, we will always be like, hey.
You better. Like, I'm mad at Adrian for not calling me when the house was in hell and you were trying to FaceTime her. So, we'll discuss it later. But y'all don't give yourselves enough credit. First of all, yes, I gave you the plan, but you reached out, you put it into motion, and you have been disclosing all this stuff and admitting. I loved, was it today, Adrian, your thing about that you haven't been playing with the cats like you should?
Yeah,
And
it
it's
was.
funny because when we were talking Friday was having a little issues, and I thought, I wonder if you played with her this morning. Maybe we need to set a timer to do something about that. So, yeah. So your honesty and everything, and Jay says that we made the website together. Nothing. I went, yeah, I like that. That was my contribution to the website.
Whatever. You came up with some great ideas. You were like, what if you like down and
yeah,
we
but
did it
I do want to
together.
say this though. Jay is incredible. She's just incredible. She built our website. She built your website.
I don't really want to take credit for either one of them. As
right,
like you
but
guys
I do want
were
to say
like, it's falling apart.
Right. If you guys do run into technical issues, please be gentle with us because
we're not IT people. We are like trying our best to figure it out to make it as easy for you guys as possible. So
and you did.
We did as much as, and we've tested it. So far it seems okay. But if it's kind of glitchy, reach out. Right.
Yeah.
We'll work around if we have to.
Yes. And I have to say the amount of work that you ladies have put into this and doing this and preparing for this and everything has been incredible. And I have felt kind of guilty from time to time. Your followers need to hear this because you guys, no one is as busy as these ladies are. I don't know how they do it. Their schedule, I flash the calendar. It's scary. And I was like, thank you, thank you, thank you. And they said, we are going to help so many people. They were willing to do this because of you, because they want to help the cats and the people like I want to help the cats and the people. Yes. So that really touched my heart. It wasn't like, well, financials or, time or I'm going to, no, they dropped everything, shoved this in here, got her done, built a website in your ample spare time. Do you sleep? Anyway. Oh yeah, you do. Cause Annie wakes up peeing on your head, but anyway.
It was actually my face, not my head. It was my face.
Jill, it's not common, but it's also not, it happens. It happens. I had somebody that I was talking to just since you and I started talking and that had that exact problem. It's a protection thing. It's really a sign of love. No one wants that love, but it is. It's a sign of love and need and insecurity. And people get so angry, understandably, when their cat pees on their bed or their pillow or their head, and they think the cat's trying to seek some kind of revenge or something. That's not at all what it is.
No.
I think it's, I'm just going to share this real quick and then we'll get back to business. I love that in our session, you asked who first touched Annie when we found her.
I had a suspicion that I was right.
And it was Jay. Jay went up to her and
Adrian wanted to leave her behind.
Oh my God. I will never.
You will never
let that go.
Never you to not. Okay.
She was a little nervous about what would happen if she approached the cat. That was the reason.
I was in the middle of the street because I was worried she was dribbling. But Jay went up and I think about this with the energy. Jay went up and just put her, imagine being dumped out of a car, however she ended up under that tree. She just put her finger out and Annie came forward and
she put her nose right to it.
Put her nose on it. That was the first contact she had. She knew she could trust somebody. And so, yes, she was peeing on Jay's face because Jay was her.
Jay saved her.
He saved her.
Yeah, that's the mom that saved her.
That was the
mom. And that's the one she's really got to most protect. And it got me every once in a while. That's why there's 30 minutes in between sessions, because sometimes I need to meditate and let this trauma go. But you had said in our session something about when you first picked her up, I don't even know if I can say this without crying, that you thought she had maybe already been hit by a car because she was so stiff, and she was stiff with fear.
Yes.
She was so scared. She was stiff, 7 months old.
Yeah. She didn't move at all. I thought that yeah.
Oh my God. So let's get to business.
Anyway, so,
a lot of crying here.
All to say, I love your intuition. I love that you are someone that we really align with on the health and wellness, on being able to understand energy. I don't care if you're woo-woo or not woo-woo. Like this is, you really take so much into consideration in a way that.
And she is woo-woo, just so you know.
I've been woo-wized.
You have been woo-woo-ized.
I wasn't, and then people proved to me that it was real, and I was like, okay, I don't get it, but let's jump in.
Same. We're like the first time it like any of this like energy and all of that stuff was like brought to us. We were like, okay, I mean, okay.
Oh.
Sure. And then you're like, whoa, that's for real. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
on board.
Yeah, absolutely.
All to say, it just adds to the depth of healing and progress and resolution, that we're looking for. We want our cats to be happy.
Yeah,
and healthy.
absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
recognizing, this pee issue is helping us realize that there's more that we need to be looking at, and we're grateful to have your direction in doing this. Right, right, Madison Grace.
Yeah, baby. Yes.
Okay.
You said a while ago, Adrian, that she was calmer than she'd been, and I think she was laying in your lap or something, and you said, "I take this as such a gift," and I cried because, this poor, petrified, abused, tortured cat is finding peace. That's what it's all about, babe. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, that's it. That is what it's at.
Yeah.
And recognizing too that, whatever, I'm getting a little tapper of champagne here. Recognizing too that, the ways that our cats communicate may not always be pleasant for us. Whether it is, and let's do a couple rapid fire questions for your brilliant brain.
Yeah. If you guys have like a general question that you,
Yeah.
maybe one of your specific questions, but let's do it kind of generally so it can help as many people as possible. So let's ask some questions. We actually have.
The first one, because this was something that Dr. Marcy Koski helped us with years ago when we were dealing with Pooh Bear, who was a very aggressive cat. Really, when you have an aggressive cat, you are scared to death of it, because I've actually been bitten by a cat and almost lost my arm to a cat bite. So I have a healthy fear of an aggressive cat. What's the number one mistake you think people make with an aggressive cat? Or what's some advice for people with an aggressive cat?
Again, understanding where they come from and getting veterinary help. We're a little quick to put our cats on Prozac when this could be a temporary issue that we can solve. I'm not saying that nobody ever needs an antidepressant or an anxiety med. I'm just saying that most of this time I can find the reason, and we can fix the reason in less time than it will take for that Prozac to fully titrate into their system. And then you're going to titrate it down. So so many, many things. But they're fearful. They're running. They're yelling. They're, especially, God forbid, and I get it as a mom, your cat scratches your 2-year-old. You just want to just wring the cat's neck. But the cat is fearful for a reason. And it's finding out the why behind it.
Yep. Yeah. And I love the fact that just speaking of aggressive cats specifically, I love the fact that we are able to work together on so many of this now, like with this partnership that we're able to work together too. We just had somebody the other day, I almost brought this up in our last live a couple hours ago, because they were talking about vaccine reactions, and Pam was talking about how a lot of cats that receive a vaccine, and she was talking about respiratory, right? So we're talking about more of the FERCP or the herpes vaccine, but a lot of times they end up replicating the symptoms because they're getting this live vaccine. They're basically having that virus put in them. They replicate these symptoms. I just had somebody the other day who reached out and said, my cat, love my cat. My cat has been great. Always just the most loving little boy he's ever been. Then I got him vaccinated and for rabies. And since I got him vaccinated, he has been aggressive. And my wife and I are scared to death of him. Don't even know what we can do because he is so aggressive. And it's like, well, that's what happened with Pooh Bear too, right? Like once we were able, and we're talking 6 years later, right? You don't have to do a detox right after. It's going to be better if we can be proactive together, right? And you're going to teach everybody so much about being proactive so that they don't have to, get to a certain case, right? But when it comes to like the rabies vaccine, Pooh Bear turned aggressive because he was over vaccinated with rabies. He had the rabies virus in him. That's what they put in him. And they put
what does rabies do to you? Makes you a little crazy and cranky. Yeah.
Right.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And you get a rabid animal.
Yes. I actually said he reminds me of a rabid animal.
That's exactly what he was. Yeah. A lot of times it is medical conditions. Y'all, I am not nice when I'm sick. Like, ask any of my family members. No one wants to approach me. Jay said, Adrian, it's the same way. You just give her a cat and that helps. So yeah.
Sure.
It is.
I That's what you told me. There are two questions that have come up in here that are kind of general, and one is somebody said it's long gone, but said that their tabby boy mounts the other cat. I hear about this a lot. This is a dominance thing, and usually they say my cat does this, and it's usually followed by he's neutered. So it's usually the boys. They're trying to prove that they're the boss, and they get on top of the other cat, and they're humping them and biting the back of their neck. Distraction is the best thing for this. I will just reach over and grab like a sock out of my drawer or something. I was actually doing a session one day and Mike Galway jumped on Subra and was humping her right on camera. And so I tossed this thing and he stops to look at it and she leaves and it's over. We're done. We're done. It's just a little distraction. You can use words, you can tell them enough, whatever. Some cats really don't mind it. I've heard Super didn't appreciate it. It was kind of like, Mom, get him off me.
Oh my God. Our Mr. Biddles, we used to just call him the bottom because Pooh Bear and even Twist, both of them would come up to him. At first, we would always try to be like, stop that, stop. And then all of a sudden we're actually watching it happen and we see Biddles scrunch down and literally get into the position so that they can mount him. And we're like, oh, you're a bottom.
Go ahead. Yes, go ahead. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh my
and then
God.
in those cases, it was like, well, just let them do it. And then, if it got too much and Biddles would be like, then we'd be like, throw something or distract them or whatever.
Right.
But
oh, I want you to answer this one before it goes away. Brandy Dawn said, is your consultation only for one cat or for all the cats in the house? All three of my cats need assistance. We have 3 cats and 1 dog. It is a full household endeavor.
Yep, absolutely. And I've worked with people too that have had dogs and have dog problems. Now, I am not a dog trainer, but I can tell you from the cat's perspective what the cat needs from the dog. So there's that. I noticed 3 little cats. My 19-year-old is struggling with my 3 kittens plus a foster big dog.
Wow.
There is a period, like, okay, first of all, your 19-year-old cat is basically geriatric. This cat is like, 95 years old in a nursing home. And I don't want you bringing your toddlers to me in my nursing home when I'm 95 either. So we got to completely be understanding of this cat. And those kittens are full of energy. There's usually a window, like when you get them too soon from the shelter because they're trying to get them out at like 6 weeks. There's a moment where the cats will parent them. But then they're like, I'm done with you. Female cats in nature kick the boys out as soon as they're weaned. Get out, girls club only, right? They're done with them and they have no use for all of that energy. So it's really a lot about working the prey drive out of the kittens and giving them plenty of play, giving your older cats space somewhere that they can be that the kittens are not, and using that word association. And you can make your 19-year-old cat think a little more highly of the kittens if you give him his favorite treat only when the kittens are around, or whatever he likes, being petted, being brushed, whatever. You do it when the kittens are around, and they start to think a little more kindly of the kittens. They're not so bad. They come with churro, right? Like whatever.
I love that.
I have to say, your word association direction has been a game changer. And I just want to point out at the top of this live, when Jack was going crazy,
you reminded us.
You had to remind us, because I think that's how.
Use your words.
Yeah, use your words. Use your words. Because usually, if it was just us, we had no distractions, whatever. It'd be like, that's enough. That's enough.
But at that moment, we're like,
but
dude,
no, it's like,
it's your best friend. What are you doing?
It's crazy how so much of this is really.
But they're trained to know that's enough now. Because
the consistency of it.
And that worked.
Yes. And everybody does that. Like, the 3 kittens I brought in last year. Oh my gosh, a lot. Anyway, one of them bit my ankle and I went, what are you doing? And picked him up and I instantly went, you just taught him to bite my ankle when he wants attention. Bad behaviorist, bad. I was working and he bit my, and he's a little kid. So I had to undo that and I did. But yeah.
I have a question. So I don't know if I'm doing something wrong with Annie. So I was sharing with everybody that this like, are you ready to go potty? Do you want to go potty with Annie? She's awesome because I get up in the morning and I go do all the litters and she'll come into the upstairs litter with me and she usually goes potty. Sometimes she'll do this thing where she sits on my desk and I can tell that she wants to go potty, but she's not going into the litter box and she's just kind of like whatever. And then sometimes she'll go like heading over to Jay's office to torch it, or back in our bathroom to pee in the sink. And I'll be like, no, let's go potty. Let's go potty. So there have been times that I have picked her up and put her in the litter box.
Absolutely.
Every time I do that, she goes potty. Is that okay to do? to pick her up.
Absolutely. You're telling when you get this feeling, you're going here and, and redirecting her. And eventually, a lot of this is habit. The more time goes by that they haven't peed on something, the less likely they are to pee on something, right? A lot of this is just a habit. When I go here. So if every time I gotta go, mom redirects me and puts me over here, then we're gonna start getting that path in her head. Absolutely, you did the right thing.
Okay. Because
Wow.
I thought I remembered someone saying, don't ever pick up and put your cat in a litter box. And I was
Why?
like,
I wouldn't
It's-
force it. Like if they're scared of the litter box or something, I wouldn't force them into it because then that's just going to reiterate this thing that they hate. But no, I'm all about that. Yeah,
she's
absolutely the
awesome.
right thing.
Put her down and she goes.
Yep.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I love that Marilyn Bickle is here. I love you so much. One of my male
She
cats
said,
dies on my female.
Jay's face is Annie's litter box earlier.
Yes. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I
Oh,
love
and
you.
you can hear her scream from the next county. Yeah. I always looking for something to throw. So my daughter for Christmas bought me this bag of kittens. They're just little round cats that you can toss to distract. And you do that for anything. If the cat's scratching the door frames or something, you just toss something because cats, if something moves, they got to check it out, right? It could be predator, it could be prey. So they stop to sniff it. And then they're so ADD, they forget what they were doing and go downstairs or whatever. They're like, oh, I'm over it.
Bag of kittens. That's what I need.
Yeah, that's what I need for Adrian now. too.
Yes.
You need a bag of kittens. Well, you asked Nicole where she got the bag of kittens because they were a Christmas gift one year. And I keep them by my desk. So when I'm working, if I have to toss something, I can.
They look like perfect little,
Yeah.
you know.
They are, and they're soft. They're not going to hurt anybody. I mean, you try not to hit them, but I was not a softball girly. My aim is not great, so you never know where it's going to go.
It might actually hit them, but it won't hurt.
Yeah, but it's not going to hurt them, and that'll certainly get their attention. Yeah, especially the more anxiety cats. They're like, "What is that?" And then then the cat underneath can get away, or they'll stop scratching, or whatever it is they were doing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great
Oh my
distraction.
gosh. This
Linda.
is Linda. This is absolutely like
We have to
I
close.
just yeah.
Again.
I mean I can't thank you enough
I have
for
tea, but I'll cheers you with tea.
coming into our life for the coming into our lives from the beginning, but then coming back and helping us through this whole process, agreeing to partner with us, agreeing to be a part of our team as our teammate, so that we can better help the cat community for those freaking questions that we just don't know how to.
They're heartbreaking.
Yeah,
too.
they're
It's-
heartbreaking, and we want to make every cat not just healthy and live a long life, but we want them to also be happy. And we know that happiness, if you're not happy, you're not healthy, right?
You're not.
Absolutely.
You're just not.
You're just not. You're just not.
No,
Nicole-
absolutely.
All of us need a bag of kittens. And
Amazon. Yeah, I was going to say Stephanie Hubler wrote, OMG, I need a bag of kittens. Yeah, thank you, Nicole. Thank you, darling. Yes. I have seen relationships break down. I always tell people, especially like when we're working with integrations, I'll tell them, if you come home from work and you were going to do a session at 6 and you're like, I'd rather have a root canal than do this session, then your partner needs to take you and sit you down and get you a glass of wine or put the movies on or whatever it is you do, and just let it go for this time, because you need to give yourselves grace. Just like they'll tell you that human children will wreck a marriage real quick, furry children will too, if you let it. So you have to be on the same page and adapt parenting strategies and work together and give each other grace. Yeah. And if somebody like Adrian's the pee cleaner because Jay doesn't know how, if Adrian's having a really bad day, you might need to just kind of figure it out just for a day and just say, all right, I got it this time, but not next time.
Yes.
We got this.
Yeah, we got it.
I love that Mr. Milligan is here as well. Hello, Mr. Milligan. He said, if I were to consider bringing Mickey to CatCon, oh my God, Linda, someday you have to come to CatCon.
Oh,
Not
Not the actual event. Am I in the right place to learn how to get him travel adapted? We've got a couple tips. I don't know. Do you have big travel tips for cats?
For one thing, if we're going on a plane, please no zippered, soft-sided luggage kind of things. If you hit turbulence and that thing goes flying, those soft-sided things don't work. And I have seen too many cats pull out a little thing and open those zippers with a little claw, like ding, cha-choo, and then you got a cat running through the plane. But also just getting them used to doing it. First of all, carriers, leave the carrier out. before becoming behaviorist, my carriers were kept in the basement. So I pull them up. They smell funny. I'm trying to shove the cat in there. And P.S., the only time the cat gets in there is when they're going to the vet, and they know that. And they're fighting me, and it's a nightmare. If you leave it out and you toss treats into it once in a while, and you put a fuzzy blanket in it once in a while, whatever, so that they can get used to it being a thing. And then take them out in the carrier, take them out to the car, go around the block, bring them back in. Everything with cats is desensitization and building. So small steps and leading up to that.
Also, just cheers to you being able to say desensitization.
Yeah, it's a big word. I'm telling you.
It's a word I can
Jay
never
usually
say.
can't say it. Cannot usually say it.
I'm
Okay.
like counter conditioning and desensitization.
I cannot believe we're already an hour in. I thought we were going to try to keep this at 35, 45 minutes, but this is just way too exciting, and it's just
So,
way too awesome.
guys, huge news, very exciting.
Yes.
Please welcome Linda as a part of the Two Crazy Cat Ladies team. Now,
Our
the
official
Cat
behaviorist.
Behaviorist, our official behaviorist, thecatbehaviorist.com. A link is in the description here on Facebook and on YouTube.
All of our socials have
the
free
discount
tips.
code for 40% off for the rest of the month of June is Fix My Cat. Just all together, Fix My Cat. Put that in the coupon code at checkout. Do that before July 1st, even if you're booking a free consultation, because Nicole is absolutely awesome. And we'll take you through the pre-consult. You want to book a free pre-consultation, see if that's something, if whatever your issue is something that Linda can help, then book it in June. Do that in June for 15 minutes so that you can still get that 40% off.
40% off.
That's huge. I've never has that.
Oh my God, this is going to be so incredible. And
Yeah.
I really, and you guys, please too, share with us, share with the community, whatever you're learning, whatever is helping. I know that this is something that I feel like, I know nothing compares to an actual consultation, but I'm so excited to share the things that we're learning that are helping with our specific crew, because it is all about helping these cats, these beautiful beings that communicate in strange ways.
Live the longest, healthiest, and happiest life.
Yes, in harmony
So
with us.
I am so blessed and so thankful to you ladies for bringing me onto the team and letting me be a part of this, because we're going to be able to reach more people. And I'm so grateful to everybody in here. And I'm sorry, but I just saw somebody say their cat's peeing in the entryway. I think you have cats outside, because the entryway, they're trying to protect you. There's something outside that's freaking them out. I'm sorry. I told you I can't say no to a question.
No, don't.
I'm not going to look now. Okay.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm not looking.
Just always answer. I want to say too, for anyone that's just jumping on, it's like, what? Yes, she is giving 40% off of her behavioral sessions. Go ahead and book the free consult right now. You can schedule out the whenever works for you. 40% off, and the unlimited email support is.
So you have a question later on and something just popped up, maybe something backfired like us, where I went out of town, and then we were seeing progress, and then all of a sudden it's coming back, and you're like, oh, what do I do now? Then you just email her at info@thecatbehaviorist.com, and you say, listen, Linda.
Listen, Linda. Just for you two, I wore my name necklace that says Linda, because I was like, listen, Linda.
On our team, so we can say, listen, Linda.
Yes.
So yeah, you start your emails like that. Listen, Linda.
Listen.
Questions. She is there for you always. She's like us, and that's why it works so well together. Is because we just want to help every cat and every cat parent, right? And so that's why we do what we do, and that's why Linda does what she does. And sometimes it's overwhelming, but we all work through it. And now we're a team, and we can lean on each other, and we can work together. And if there's a health issue, then she can, we can work together through that. And with you guys, so there's so much that now it's just like our toolbox got bigger, and your toolbox just got bigger, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Linda, we love you so much. Anything top of mind? Don't look at any more comments. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah.
Anything top of mind before we wrap up this awesome announcement?
She's reading comments.
I'm sorry, Randy. Yes. Can we have the appointment for a different month as long as we book it in June? Yeah.
Yes.
Now I'm not looking. Stop.
Yes, but no, that's a great reminder. You guys, just go ahead and book it. You're going to do the free consultation first. So the
discount code is only good through June. So if you're going to do the free consultation, you got to do the free consultation in June. Yeah. And if you're not going to do the free consultation, then you still have to book it. You have to,
July 1st.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I
don't
enjoy-
have to do the free consultation to have a session with me. The video, yes, but you don't have to. But I'll tell you, it really helps us all. It really does. It helps
I
me to
really
be more
got that.
prepared. And I made Jay and Adrian go through the whole thing. They went through the whole spiel. We didn't just jump in, even though I've known them for a few years.
freaking love Nicole. Like
she's so
we're just
fantastic.
like, yeah, we
Don't
love
And
get
her.
her
humble.
ego too big. I know.
I'm just saying, Nicole, you're awesome.
Yes.
Thank you.
We
I'm
love
so glad to hear this as well. Am I saying Ari? Ari
It's
McCready
so
section. I'm so excited for your
I can't
baby.
wait. I
Yes,
can't
you
wait.
Your babes are gonna be so blessed and everything.
Oh.
Like we just like this is so good.
Yeah.
This is so
I
awesome.
get so excited. I read people's problems. I'm like, when is their appointment? I can't wait. I can't wait. And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
I just want to get in there.
Yes,
Yes.
Linda lives for this guy. So
I
this
do.
is super, super exciting.
Yeah.
We
It's
are
a blessing to all of us.
it's a blessing
Thank
to
you.
all of us. So thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for celebrating it. Go ahead and book your
it.
session now. The catbehaviorist.com link is in the description again here on
It's in the
YouTube.
comments.
It's in the
everywhere.
comments, or just type in the catbehaviorist.com. Pretty easy.
Yes.
Because she is the cat behaviorist. Okay. So we're very excited. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Linda, for being
Thank you, Linda.
amazing, for helping us and for helping
No,
so
thank
many
you.
cats.
Thank you for getting me out to more people and more cats because this is my life. This
Seth,
is what I was
Linda-
born for.
Linda is the goat. Yes.
she is.
Yes.
Seth.
Linda
Yes, she
is the
is.
goat.
I love it. I
Well,
love it. Thank
with that,
you.
guys. So thank you guys all. Happy Cat Day. We hope you have an awesome weekend. Again, if you have any questions or if you have any issues with the website, just reach out to us and we'll
We'll
fix
again.
it.
We'll get it done.
fix it.
We'll
We'll
get it
fix
done.
it. We love you all so much.
Linda,
Thank
love you so
Linda.
much.
Mwah.
Thank you.
We'll see
Thank
you all soon.
everybody.
Bye.